with some refreshers. Let's see what we can remember. Today is the 15th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, every camera has a ring at the top. And for our class, you have to use it always at one place. Oh my God, yes, exactly. So everyone remember this, right? For our cameras, for this class, the whole semester, manual. The thing is, all the other things in that ring are automatic. They are flavors of automatic. So for instance, this is an icon. So they have mountains, so this is a landscape. Then they have a flower, it's for macro, you know. But you can do all of this in manual. And it's better to know how to do, because the camera is actually pretty good in automatic. 75% of the time, it will give what you want. But you, if you're a professional, you want the other 25% too, right? So we're gonna learn how to do, which is basically what we did last time. So for instance, here, one of the options, there is a woman with a hat, and for some reason that means portrait. And this means that they will work the aperture so that the background blurs. But you know how to do it, so you don't need to put in the automatic. And the less you use the automatic, the more you learn. So that's why for our class, always M. And I should remind you, as a courtesy, that I can check when I get your pictures, I can check if you use a real camera, if it was a manual, all those kinds of things. I'm like a FBI. So you have to use them. And remember, for the next 3 assignments, I would like you to use the camera, not the phone. Okay? So very good, really. So pick someone else for us, please. So Macy, how about the shutter speed? What the shutter speed does?
Allows in more or less light or time between the closing and opening of the book.
Very good. So, if it opens for a long time, what happens?
It allows more light.
Excellent. And of course, quick, less light. No? Very good. Pick someone else. So, Anthony. So, let's stay on the shutter speed. When do you use the shutter speed? How do you use the shutter speed to give an effect of blur movement?
What did you move it? No, right?
You need to photograph someone moving, it's true. But how you change the shutter speed to make the movement look blurred? What do you need to do with shutter speed?
I don't know.
No. The shutter speed. Okay, we'll go to another one, but to another person, but just for a second together. A little. The shutter speed can be a high number and it can be a low number. The high number means it's very fast, and the low number means that's very slow. So you have to make that choice. Is either very fast or very slow. Whatever you choose will make the movement blurred or not. Fast or slow?
Is it fast?
Opposite. So the people who raised their hands, yeah.
We put it on 30, that's what you told us last time.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. If you want to blur movement, you do a low number. But yes, I think you're gonna say that.
Oh, I was gonna just explain why.
Oh, please, please.
Because when the shutter speed, when there's more time between it capturing light, any light that comes in that has people moving is gonna get reflected. So since there's different movement and it's all getting captured at once, it's gonna appear as a blur because it's not gonna just capture one frame or one still person.
Yeah, because basically what it's doing is you're like this, it took this picture, and then you're like this, it took this picture, and this, and that's why it looks blurred, because it's capturing every picture.
But I'm a little confused. Isn't that because we don't have a tripod? Or
Yes.
okay.
No.
What?
Yes. And no. It's no. Yeah, we're gonna go to maze. So let me just say, the movement blurs because the shutter is open for a long time. But the tripod thing is still important. Let's see if you can tell us why.
With the tripod, it stops your own movement with like what you're holding the camera as opposed to like the movement of whatever you're trying to capture.
Exactly. And that's why we use 30. Because 30 without a tripod. With a tripod, you can go whatever. It can be 3 seconds, which is very slow for photography. But without a tripod, just like I said, 30. Okay? Okay? Makes sense? So pick someone else first.
No, I already told you not that. I wasn't here.
Huh?
I wasn't here last week.
Oh, should still ask. So you pick someone first. Oh, who?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben.
I also answered the question.
Yes, it's true. They both spoke. Yeah, okay. Christian. We'll get to them too, but Christian, I want to blur my background. What should I do? What is the camera control that blurs my background? See, focus will blur everything. If you take it out of focus, your background will be blurred, but also your foreground will be blurred. There is a thing that will blur only the background, but the foreground will still be sharp. Very used for portraits. Remember the things we learned last time? There are 3 sets of numbers. One was the shutter speed. Huh? Yes. Which of the 2 does that? Very good. The f-stop, excellent. The f-stop controls how you blur your background. Now get me someone to tell us how the f-stop does that. Choose someone for us, please.
Oh, I didn't raise my hand.
No,
I didn't.
Were you here last time?
I was not.
Yeah, so, okay. So you pick someone for us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Him.
Okay.
So in a lens, it's basically a bunch of different lenses inside. So when you're changing the f-stop, you're changing to one with a very shallow depth of field. So anything that's close to it will be in frame, and anything in the back will be blurred.
Exactly. Do you remember the like high numbers, low numbers? Which one make the background blurred? A high number or a low number?
Me?
Yeah.
Low.
Very good. So whatever you want, a blurred background, which is for portraits, the lowest number you have in your f-stop. Okay? And of course, vice versa. If you're photographing a landscape and you want everything to be in focus, to be sharp, you do a high f-stop. This will change depending on what lens you have in your camera. The lens you have in your cameras will not do amazing things. Don't be too hopeful. It will do it, but not amazing. So because to give a great blurred background, which we call bokeh, which is a Japanese word, bokeh, you need a lens that goes down to 1.2, the lowest numbers, 1.8, 1.4, 1.2. And normally your lenses go to like 4. So you can see the difference, 4, 1. So that's the difference. Very good. So pick someone else for us, please.
Over there.
That's-
You pick someone, just someone.
No, you pick someone.
Person in the purple.
Thank you.
That was
Anika.
great, by the way. I like it.
Anika, could you tell us, when you hear last?
I was.
Yes. Could you tell us what ISO does?
What does ISO? I know where it is on the camera. My button on
Great.
the top. ISO. What did ISO do? Wait a minute. Hold on. The sharpness? Does it have? Does
No,
it have to do with sharpness?
no.
Damn. I know F stop. I don't remember.
No, okay.
I know where the button is.
Okay,
It's at the top.
that is important.
And then it's like those numbers on the side. They have the middle. I
That
can't
is
remember.
important. So Anthony,
Doesn't it open up the lenses? Like, I think the aperture or something?
the aperture is the opening of the lens.
Okay.
So they are not the same thing. Aperture is aperture. So aperture is the opening of the lens. The shutter speed, which we talked before, is the shutter that opens and closes the lens. And the ISO. So pick someone for us, please. Anika.
I think ISO has something to do with, like, if you want to take a picture in the dark, you have a higher one, and then some with the light,
That's right, that's right.
something like that.
That's exactly
right.
it. Really good.
The brightness.
The ISO is how sensitive your sensor is to light. That's it. That's exactly what you said. So meaning, if you did film, none of you did film photography. I'm not going to say that. I was going to say it was used to be called ASA. That's the same thing. For film is ASA. For digital it's ISO. But it's how sensitive, and it's just like you said. If you are in a very dark place, you want a very high number. And if you are in a very bright place, you want a low number. So that is an important, I would always start by the ISO. The first thing I'll do, set my ISO, because this will influence everything else. Good. So pick someone else for us, please.
Very good.
So, tell me about the ISO still. I know that I get a high number for when it's dark and a low number for when it's bright. So sunny day, low number, cave, high number.
Okay.
But that has an implication for the quality of the image. Do you know what it is?
The image won't come out as clear as it should. It's gonna be, you can't see it the way that it's supposed to be seen. It's supposed to be at like 400. No, yeah.
No. Good guess, but no. Yeah?
Is it that when it's higher, it's grainier, the picture?
Yes. The higher, the lower the quality, it gets noisier. Now we call noise for photography. Excellent. So, I'll finish this thought and go to you. Which is the number that is ideal to have the highest quality? Anyone?
400.
No.
No? That's what you
No.
That's what you said last time.
You said that.
I
that was
did
last time.
not. I'm pretty sure I did not say it.
200?
Was it 8?
Why everyone is guessing? Like it's like you should know. It's 100 or 200.
That's right, this is.
The best quality for your photography will be ISO 100 to 200.
No, it's that he had to set it for 400 for something that we were doing. That's why we think it's 400. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, but he did say to me.
Exactly. Because where is the ideal place to take a photograph so that you can take at 100, 200?
Beach.
The beach, during the day, like in Rio, sunny day, the sun is reflecting light, the sea is reflecting light, 100, 200. If you're in a room like this is too dark for the camera, so you need to go to 400 or sometimes 800, depending on the camera. But remember that as you go higher number, you lose in quality, so you try not to go too low, too high. And also remember that this depends on the camera. As we saw, some of our cameras, the highest ISO that you can go is like 3200. And some of our cameras, the highest is 25,000. So this is very different. That means that if you have a camera that goes to 3200 and you are at 3200, the quality will be very low. But if you are in a camera that goes to 25,000 and you do 3200, excellent quality, because you have a lot until the end. So the higher and closer to the high end of your ISO, the worse will be the quality. Are we together on this? So pick someone else first, please.
The guy in the hoodie who's on right on his
Didn't you answer already? Yeah,
Oh, I guess I
he
can.
answered already.
The guy next to him.
I did. It
He
wasn't
answered
good.
too.
So who didn't go? Alright, you. Sorry.
Zero. So, what's a light meter? What is it for?
Light meeting,
Yeah.
coordination with NASCAR.
True, that's correct. No, nothing about it. Okay, so pick someone else for us, please.
You know his name?
I don't even know what
No,
might be that thing that has a
All I
zero.
remember is that it used to be in 0 and right. That's all I remember.
Well, that's a very important thing to
Yeah.
remember,
Oh, that's all I remember.
because basically every picture you ever take until you die, the
Yeah.
light meter needs to be on 0.
I don't know why, but it's just that it used to be in 0. So.
Let's see if anyone can tell us what is the light meter. Anyone?
I'll give it a guess. Is it, I mean, it sounds stupid, but how much light is gonna be in the picture?
Yes! Amazingly, the light meters the amount of light. Excellent, that's exactly it. No, it's true, and this is very important, because that's how you know your picture is neither dark, neither bright. Neither too dark, neither too bright. So that is why you want to 0. Because if it goes to the minus side, means what?
Too dark?
Too dark. And if it goes to the plus side, it's too bright.
Right. Oh, I have a question for the light meter. Is there any scenario when you take a picture that you want it on either the negative, like too light or too dark?
Yeah, there can be an artistic choice. There are moments that you will make that choice. I would suggest not to do this choice this semester in Photo 1, but yes, there is. I will confess to you, my light meter, I shouldn't tell you this, but is rarely on 0. I always make it slightly to the dark side, because the thing is, with digital, if you lose pixels, if there is a part of your image that's all white, let's say I'm photographing something and there is a light and the light is all white, there is no pixels, I can't do anything on Photoshop there to bring that light back.
Mm-hmm.
If it is black, I can go and
Bring the light out?
bring this light out. So I myself use my light meter a little bit, just 2 hairs to the dark. But not you. You use the light meter to 0. Because you should.
It's like on like a measurement ruler sometimes they have like this little like balancers. There's like tell you when your thing is level, like the levelers. And like it's supposed to be centered and that's the correct way, but you don't have to make it centered if you don't want it to. But like the light meter is basically just that, but for light, telling you what it should be, but you don't have to.
Actually, I love your analogy. Well, first let me say, yes, you not always want it to be on zero, but you should remember that I want your light meter to be on zero.
It's what's the correct way.
Exactly. For the class, your light meter should be on zero. But I do love your analogy of the how is
Leveler.
that called? The leveler. No, I have lots of photographs in my house, so I have all those levelers. From time to time I go fixing all of them because they always go up. And yes, you could have your painting or your photograph hang like this, it's fine. No one, you're not going to jail, it's fine. But in general, you use the leveler to get the picture hanging exactly parallel to the floor. So it's great analogy. I'm gonna use this now. I will give you credit. Oh, I remember I had a student, Ben, 53 years ago. I'll be an AI at that point. So every time you take a picture, you want the light meter to be on zero because that means that the measurement of light is perfect. And this is the camera helping you. The camera is telling you if you do this, the picture will look right. Okay? So, who can tell me how do you change the light meter? Please.
By adjusting the aperture and the shutter speed,
Exactly. And
the ISO.
the ISO. Absolutely. You can't change the light meter directly. There is no button. So you change the ISO, the shutter speed, and the light meter, and you see it in the light meter and the f-stop, and you see the light meter changing. It goes to plus, goes to minus, and when it gets to zero, it's the perfect place. Are we good so far? We're gonna practice today, so I don't know, I have a feeling that those concepts are still a bit shaky, but hopefully when we practice, that's why we're doing this today. So don't worry, and of course we're gonna practice the whole semester because we have to. Okay, should I ask something else about the things last time I saw? Shutter speed, f-stop, light meter, exposure. Yeah, it's pretty good. Very good. Let's do one more reminder of this. And this is how we're gonna do. We're gonna pick a person, and then I'm gonna show an image, and I'm gonna ask you, the person. Everyone's gonna answer one. Do you think the ISO was high or low? The shutter speed was fast or slow? And so on. Okay? And we see how it goes. Very good. I can see you're super excited today. So glad. Okay, who was the last person chosen? So you picked Ciron picked, yeah, Natalie, right? So Natalie, and now it starts again.
I don't think it was me.
Who did you pick? It was
Yeah,
Natalie.
but somebody else spoke. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, let's say, so let's start with it. So now it started again, so you can repeat it again, okay? Let me turn off the lights to make it more interesting.